Have you learned anything in the first 3 months that surprises you in real estate?
Yes, a lot of things you need to practice to get a good agent.
Yeah.
Um,
Like, for example, what are some of the
for example, how to understand the client, how to understand their needs. That's things I understood with a wedding, uh, my wedding clients, but it's different when you buy a home because you don't spend the same money. So what's need a client is different. When they want to buy a property, you have to understand why they want to buy. Of course, you have a lot of questions like what they want, how much they want to pay, but you have to understand better why they will do this inversion to help them to get what they need.
Right.
That's what I understood first.
Welcome to the Nick Fong Podcast. As the broker and owner of Ronival Real Estate, Nick has spent nearly 20 years in Baja California, sir. And in this podcast, he'll be talking everything Baja, from food and culture to real estate and property management. And now, here's your host, Nick Fong.
All right, another podcast with a new agent on the Ronival team, Cyrille.
Hello. How are you?
Welcome.
Thank you
It's
very much.
funny because we've been seeing a lot of each other this past week, so we've been joking, and we're going to finish it off with a great podcast so everyone can get to know a little bit about you, your story. Let's start about your origin. Where are you originally from?
I come from France. I was living in suburb and Paris for about 19 years, and then I moved to Paris for about 10 years. And when I was 28, I came to Cabo. I was in France videographer also. That I did in Cabo too for like 15 years. Videographer, wedding videographer in Cabo, and in France before I was working more for TV. And I came in Cabo to make more experience underwater videography because Cabo is the aquarium of the world, and it was the best place to practice. And I was thinking to come back to France, but I never.
You never...
No. I found my wife. We have now two children, 2 daughters. So my life is here.
And so you were originally French.
Yep.
You're always French. Originally from France. And you came to Cabo to study, to learn more about the underwater photography, videography. You never left. So you, for many years, were doing that business. You were doing videos and photography here locally. Your own business, right?
Yeah. I had another business at the same time during 10 years. It was in importation and distribution of artifact, gadget that I was selling in the biggest retail chain of the country in the cashier. And when the pandemic arrived, there was a lot of change, and I stopped this business. And also in the wedding, I started to go more slowly because I had a concession in a big hotel. It was giving me so much work, and I was at the moment like saturated. And it was the moment to make a new adventure. And the first option after thinking about has been real estate.
Yeah. And you know a lot of people in real estate, friends of yours. In fact, who was it that brought you?
Actually, when I decided to have a look on about the real estate, it was because first you stay an agent, but you're like a freelance, and I always been a freelance, so I know how to manage time, budgets by myself. So it was like evidence. Also, it's a business you can meet a lot of people. And that was 2 reasons that I was very attractive. And there is someone here very, very good. It's probably one of your best sales agents. It's Gabriela Lopez. And when I decided where I can go, I asked to her because I knew she was here. And we have been working together for 3 or 4 years, so we know each other very well. And she told me so good things about here, about Ronival, and how we work here. And I said, wow, I need to come. And now, honestly, I have 3 months with Ronival, and it was the best decision I have done.
Wow. And so and actually the story with Gabby Lopez is that she worked for you in your business, right?
Yeah. and now he's my team, my team leader.
Yeah, now the tables are turned. She's
I
teaching you.
love this situation.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I mean, is that intimidating for you because you're starting from zero?
Honestly, not so much, because for me the most complicated has been moving from France has been a deal.
Yeah.
To change a country, a style of life, how to think, because Mexican and French can be very close but very different. So I had to first understand a new mentality in a country. So that has been, I think, for me the most challenging.
Yeah.
Then here I changed my work as from wedding videography. I was doing for TV, then wedding videographer, then I did photography, then I did in distribution. So change to have a new experience, a new adventure I was not afraid, but yes, I was, of course, telling me, well, it's a big deal because it's different. So how I will do? But Gabby told me, Cyrille, with your experience, you will not have problems. So I trust her. And let's go.
What are some of the things you've observed in the first few months in real estate that you learned, your skills, your strengths from your prior professional experience that you're applying right now in real estate?
To get confident with me, to get to be patient.
How do you get that confidence? How do you get that confidence in real estate? I mean, it's easy being in videography, photography for many years to be confident, right?
When I was dealing with wedding groom and bride, doing the most important moment in their life,
yes.
You cannot make any mistake because this is one day of your life, a wedding.
Yeah.
So from the beginning, you have a contact with them. You have to show them that you will give them what they need. You have to show them that they will be happy with you and you will fix all their problems on the way. And that I was doing. Actually, it's like a psychological work. Yeah. Because during the process, you are preparing for the wedding. On the wedding day, they have a wedding wedding manager. But sometimes, usually, you spend more time with them during the wedding day and you are fixing all the problems of.
Do you ever have, in your experience, brides that are crying on their wedding? Not crying like happy, but crying because they're stressed out?
Of course.
Yeah?
I did more than 1,000 of wedding in Cabo. So I saw too much things.
Did you ever?
Crying because happy. Crying because too much stress. Doesn't come as she wants, so you have to fix. For example, in the room when she gets ready, flowers doesn't come how she wants. Where is the drink? And you are here alone with her. There is no wedding planner, and you keep her calm to try to enjoy the moment because the wedding will go fast, and then they will say, "What? I didn't enjoy my day." So we are a lot of responsibility. So also when I was doing importation, distribution of product, I was buying sometimes like containers from China to Cabo. You cannot make a mistake of how many pieces you will buy for 6 months. So you have a lot of responsibility, and I learned like that a lot of things. So what I learned is to keep calm and never stop to create that you can do it.
Yeah.
You can do the things.
I mean, you obviously are making mistakes in the process, right? But you're learning from the mistakes and not repeating those mistakes.
We try.
Right?
It's the idea is do not repeat the same one.
And so what did you learn in your years of doing photography, videos, that you're applying to the real estate?
To keep the contact with the client all the time. Never stop. Since the moment I was the one that could be interested to contract, always be in contact to them. Always send them information of what will be their wedding day. Prepare for them their timeline. Be sure that this will be that they want. The day of the wedding, prepare them again. So it's a lot of planning.
Yeah.
You don't come like that and no. You have to be very, very organized But of course, like everything with the experience, it's come normal then.
That's right.
During the event, you have to be there. Oh, be careful, that can happen. So you are aware. But that's the time give you that experience. So
have you learned anything in the first 3 months that surprises you in real estate?
yes, a lot of things you need to practice to get a good agent.
Yeah. Like, for example, what are some of the...
For example, how to understand the client, how to understand their needs. That's things I understood with the wedding, my wedding clients, but it's different when you buy a home because you don't spend the same money. So what's need a client is different. When they want to buy a property, you have to understand why they want to buy. Of course, you have a lot of questions like what they want, how much they want to pay, but you have to understand better why they will do this inversion to help them to get what they need.
Right.
That's what I understood first.
So how do you get that experience? How do you...
Understood that we have to do that because we have a lot of meetings and we are sharing each other in the company a lot of information. It's very easy to have an answer to a question because we have WhatsApp, different groups that help us to not be alone even when you start.
Yeah.
So
collaboration, no? Idea sharing.
Yeah. What I loved also in Ronival is when I arrived, they gave me a school to prepare me. I have to learn. They use a CRM that is crazy because it helped me to understand better with me and my client before to call them, so I get a better conversation with them. I can help them faster. This helped me to organize my days. And so I have been happy that you helped me in that process to understand how to use the CRM and also how to be connected all together, not doing my things all by myself because I'm a freelance. We are freelance, but at the same time we are like a true team. Yeah. That's what I like.
Excellent. Hey, thanks for being a part of the Nick Fong podcast. Make sure to subscribe to the podcast to get the latest updates. And if you're watching this on our social channels, please like and share. And if you want to be featured or you want me to talk on a certain topic, food, activities, culture, real estate in the Baja, drop a comment. So aside from the photos, the videos, and now real estate, you were telling me this week that you were also, one of your passions and hobbies, and actually you did it for work, was something maybe people will be surprised by. What was that?
DJ?
Yes.
Yeah. I have been a DJ for a while in France from my 17 to close to 30 years old. And I was playing especially in Paris, but I was moving in Barcelona, Berlin. I was videographer freelance and DJ freelance, we can say.
And DJs, I mean, that's only at night, right?
Yeah, from Thursday to Sunday. It was a long weekend. And,
but you enjoyed it?
Yeah, and it was a good moment of my life. It was a good time from 19 to 28 in Paris. It was the perfect time to have this life. Yeah. And at the same time doing what I like to do. Doing video, doing DJ, for me it was so fun. And when I came in Cabo, the plan was to do different life. And first, as I said, I came to do underwater video to come back to France, but I stayed. And when I stayed, it's because I saw that I can do a different life than in France. And
what is it, you mentioned earlier that moving here was probably the more challenging thing, like the differences from French to Mexican.
Yeah.
What are some of those differences?
The culture is different. The time is different.
In what way? Like in France, the time is
in France,
this way. Mexico, it's this way.
Okay. Well, we don't want to go too much to that way. That the time is Mexico is different than in France. I mean, that was why, of course, the first time. Yeah, it's true. It was the first time I had to understand that we don't have exactly sometimes the same
urgency.
Yeah. What is the most important for one or for the other one?
Yeah.
Okay. And when you understand that, you feel better and you live better here than in France because they take more time to understand the other one, to take time. French people are more accelerate,
Okay.
and they don't take time like here in US.
Yeah, U.S., the big cities like
Exactly.
New York, Los Angeles,
Exactly.
Chicago.
Paris especially, yeah, because if you go in south of France, people is doing lots slower.
Slower pace of
Yeah,
life,
yeah.
maybe similar to here.
It's the south of
Yeah.
France, we say.
Yeah.
In south of France, we are close. Is Mediterranean people, so they're supposed to want to work less, but it's not true. It's just they are not so aggressive
Yeah.
than in town.
Cool. So I noticed the same thing. Coming from a big city, it's more calm. It's not as do it now mentality. And it's changed though. Even, living in Cabo, you as long as I have, it's changed. And
But it's true that it has been a challenge to come from France to here. For me, the second challenge has been the pandemic.
Mhm.
That has been a very big challenge. I had to stop business, to think about a new adventure, the new one I have now. Now I feel I'm the other side of the wall.
Yeah.
It's a good one because it has been complicated to maintain the family, no work for more than a year, no weddings, nothing. So I have been lucky during that years to put money on the side, and that helped me during that time. But now doing my new activity, it's doing so fast because I have too much things to understand and to learn.
So what kind of business are you already doing? Because you're actually working with buyers and sellers already.
Yeah, I have few clients, buyers that I have been in touch, and they are coming in Cabo. So it's not for today. It's take time. We are in touch. I stay very connected with them to check what they need. I'm sure that will be bringing me sales from buyers. But yeah, I have a good. I'm very happy because we have a new project.
Yeah. Where's that project?
It's in Cabo Vinorama. It's a big community. It's like 154 lots in the same community with entrance gate, 24-hour security, video camera protection all day, and you have already 60 lots that has been sold. We still have 90. All of them are on a hill with view directly to the Sea of Cortez. So you don't have a view on the street, on the road. You see only the Sea of Cortez. The 90 lots which are available have all incredible view on the Sea of Cortez. You have already like 4 home construction and already construction done on 4 more. So it's doing like there is movement now there.
And this is a beachfront community.
It's a beachfront community. It is at less than 40 minutes from San Jose del Cabo, and at about 4 kilometers from the famous community of Nine Palm Beach, where there is a surf. This is a surf community. There is building now there.
And this is the area that a lot of us might have heard of or know well, the East Cape.
Exactly. This is the East Cape of San Jose del Cabo, and this is between La Paz and San Jose. And this is an incredible place. It's a lot of things to do now, but actually there is only 2 communities with fractional lots between Cabo Pulmo and San Jose, and Cabo Vinoma is one of them.
Okay, and so someone that right now it's just you buy a lot, right? One of the 90 lots you can be purchasing.
You can purchase with me 1 lot today, but actually we have the possibility to expand to the other lots.
Okay.
So we go for mine, but I can show the other ones, and if one is more attractive for
better location
for my client, he feels that it's better for him, we can have a conversation with the owners, and we can have a deal for sure.
What's unique about this project, tell everyone about what happens in the water right in front of the 500 meters of oceanfront, something that is truly unique.
Yeah, exactly. This is 500, as you said, this is 500 front beach, and you have 2 spots for surfing, kite surfing, and windsurf, so aquatic activities. This is incredible because there is no access except by this community, or you would have to go through an arroyo, and it means there is no really, you have like 1 people, 2 people a week.
Yeah.
Through across this beach, so this is exclusive place for you to surf, and you have your own beach for surfing. That is crazy because you don't get that in any places of the East Cape.
Yeah, to have both surfing and kite surfing on the same beach in front of the same community.
Yes.
So you could be a kiteboarder, you could be a surfer, or you could be both, and you get satisfied just outside of the door of your home.
Yeah, and you don't have 25 surfers. You don't have you get your privacy.
And so the lots are approximately what size?
Lots are between around 1,500 square meters to 1,900, less than 2,000.
Okay, so
And prices go between $165,000 to $185,000 per lot, depending location and size.
So everyone, that's 1/3 of an acre in up to a 1/2 acre lots, and prices starting at $165,000. Pretty much everything is under $200,000.
Exactly, and all of them, I repeat because it's important, all of them have an incredible view. There is already rules in the communities that so the construction cannot
Block?
block the other home behind.
Right.
So this is guarantee view.
That's very important because a lot of the areas in Los Cabos are being developed like crazy, and someone builds right in front of a project or in front of a house, and that affects the value.
Exactly. Imagine that you have, because this is crazy, we said that 24-hour security.
Yeah, in the
Where
East
do
Cape.
you get that?
In the East Cape.
In the East Cape.
Nowhere.
Entrance gate with someone living there the 24-hour, keeping the place, controlling that no one entrance, controlling constructions, that they don't do anything that could disturb another one. No, it's a very good place to come to show.
Cyrille, where do you see yourself in 5 years from now?
In Cabo, in East Cape, selling a lot of lots there,
Yeah.
making a good expert of the East Cape.
Yeah, that's fantastic. And everyone, if you want to practice your French, maybe you don't speak Spanish or maybe even English, but if you're not speaking English, why are you watching or listening to the podcast? But if you want to do speak French, French Canadian, or from France, this is the man.
French you want to do, we do.
And it's not just French, it's not just English. He also is fluent in Spanish also. And this is Cyrille. He's a new agent with Ronival Real Estate. Thanks for coming.
Thank you, Nick. It's my pleasure.
Everyone, until the next one, bye for now.
Thanks for listening to this episode of the Nick Fong Podcast. Make sure you subscribe to the podcast and the YouTube channel at youtube.com/Ronival Real Estate and follow Nick on Instagram at NickFong_Ronival. Ready to find your Baja dream home? Check out the latest property listings at Ronival.com or findmexicohouses.com. Hasta luego.